This is the Wombo combo that this deck does so good. We play the Cinderella. We select a card to exert with Fairy Godmother's ability. It's going to be the Mickey Mouse. We're going to play our Madam M Fox for 3 ink, bounce our Cinderella back to hand, and take out the Mickey Mouse.
Our champion, after so much hard work, so many great plays, Joshua Paultre, everybody! Outstanding. Well done. I got something else for you, too. How about some Enchanted cards? What do you think about that? There you go.
This is the deck that won the Lorcana Atlanta Challenge, the very first Lorcana Challenge official organized play event. And it was a huge upset because who's ever heard of a purple Fossa? This is a deck that plays Amber, Amethyst, 2 of my favorite colors, but not what you'd think. It's got the Fairy Godmother and Mufasa. It's got the Wombo combo that nobody saw coming. So starting off, we got the Fairy Godmother. It's the 5-cost legendary from set 2, the most undervalued card in set 2 because it's actually pretty sicko mode at this point. It's a 5-cost 3/4 body that quests for 2 lore. You already know it. You can read the screens. Whenever this character quests, your characters gain Challenger 3, and when this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand this turn. So that works well with our next man, Mufasa, the king. The king of all lions. The sun will set ability. When this character is banished, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If that is a character card, you may play that character for free. And they enter play exerted. Otherwise, put it on top of your deck for free. There's lots of confusion that if you don't trigger this ability, then it doesn't happen. And that's true because it says you may reveal the top card. So you have to declare that you're triggering the sun will set. Otherwise, it passes the game state check and it doesn't go forward. But Pixelborn takes care of that. But just talking here. This deck plays 60 character cards. There are no actions. There are no songs. It is 60 character cards. It's got the Piglets, the Cuscos. It's got this Fairy Godmother and this Cinderella. But it doesn't have the Shift Cinderella. And it has no songs to sing with this Cinderella. So why would you ever play it? That is because of... It has this card. That's because of this card. The Fairy Godmother Pure Heart. Just leave it to me. Whenever you play a chosen character named Cinderella, you may exert chosen characters. So that's like a Pinocchio, but way better because it's on a 3/4 body. It's inkable. Just a better deal altogether. And then you're able to Wombo combo it with the Cindy, exert everybody, and then take them out with some damage. You know. And then it also has this Perdita, which you can get with Mufasa. And that's kind of a Wombo combo. We're going to stop talking about it, and we're going to play a game so we can see how this goes. This is what we learned in this video. Number 1, I need way more practice with this deck. Number 2, how did this win exactly? I don't get a win. What does Joshua Paultre do, dude? And number 3, brooms are pretty good late game, especially when they're not playing against Steel, because Steel has all the answers for those brooms, but this deck does not have the answers for the brooms. Here's our first match against Steel Amethyst with Pixelborn McMike. 82. Do you think that was the year he graduated or the year he was born? We'll never know. We're going to mulligan some of these away. Maybe we'll keep him. Maybe we'll lose her. Yeah. We get Chernobog's followers, probably the best turn 1 instead of Pascal, right? Probably. They ink and play Rafiki. That means that we want to go to the... Ooh, we have the Wombo combo here. We're going to go for Pascal. So he's evasive and we can quest more. Be more aggro than them. And see what happens. They can go to 2 ink. They ink their magic brooms. We're playing against a broom deck. And they play the evasive broom. I think it's only evasive on their turn, question mark. It is just during their turn. we're going to make the hard decision to get rid of a fox, which maybe you should never do in decks like these. But now we can play it. Chernobog's Followers and another Pascal. And quest our Pascal and it's safe. Oh, I forgot that has evasive during their turn. NVM. That stands for Never the Mind. Skibbity. So they can take this out and go to 3 ink and probably play a Broom for 3 ink. Because, they play an Ursula's Cauldron for 2. It says Exert for 1 ink. No, it's Exert for free. Exert, look at the top 2 of your deck, put 1 on the top and put 1 on the bottom. They do that, ink, take out our Pascal, R.I.P. Pascal. And now we have the Wombo combo for Cinderellas. We're going to ink it. We're going to put this down so we have the Wombo combo for Cinderella and Fox next turn to take out whoever we want. I think we do draw a card here, just so we don't have to ink both Cinderellas next turn. Like we don't have to ink a Cinderella, we can ink a snake, and we are going to quest for 1 to see what they do. And then our big brain plays next turn involve playing a Cinderella to exert the Rafiki, and then playing Mim to bounce the Cinderella to take out Rafiki, and then not questing this thing. She's just here to trigger the ability, which is pretty cool. Why have I never seen this deck until Atlanta? They play the Mickey Mouse Sorcerer, which will be our target for Madame Mim Fox, which we'll trade because that's a 3/4. But that's how it goes. Alright, this is the Wombo combo. This is why Paultre had the Fairy Godmother and the Cinderella in the deck. If you're wondering, this is the Wombo combo. So we are going to ink a card. It's going to be the snake. This is the Wombo combo that this deck does so good. We play the Cinderella. We select a card to exert with Fairy Godmother's ability. It's going to be the Mickey Mouse. We're going to play our Madame Mim Fox for 3 ink, bounce our Cinderella back to hand, and take out the Mickey Mouse. It trades, and that's okay. And we probably should have kept our Fox for later use. Ooh, they hit us with a well played. And then we don't quest because it's a little bit too valuable. That was too sicko mode, especially when we have 3 Cinderellas in our hand. That's pretty crazy. I guess if I would have attacked with Fairy Godmother, Mim Fox could have taken out this. That probably was the better thing. They have the Sorcerer's Towers, and Brooms get to move there for free. When they're there, they gain 1 more. Not just Brooms, any card. So they don't move Rafiki there. Why didn't they? Characters get... Oh, because it costs 2 to move. Zoinks! We will go ahead and ink Cinderella here so we can get towards Perdita. Do we have anything? Oh, we have lots in the discard that Perdita will proc. We'll just play Cinderella to show we can. Oh, wow. Interesting. Is that a May ability? Yeah. So I was just being a silly little goober, seeing if I could, and it did happen. Could I choose her, though? I think so. We're going to take out this monkey. And then pass the turn. That's all we wanted to do. We probably shouldn't have played Cinderella, but we did. Probably should have saved her for a Wombo combo. But we're getting antsy. There's the Mick Mouse. Looks like it was a good deal because they traded the Cinderella instead of questing. So we're sitting pretty. We get another Perdita, which is bad news because we're not going to use it. We're going to take out this Mick Mouse. Right? It only does 3, so I wouldn't take it out. So I guess Perdita would be better. It's when we play it, yeah. Whenever you play it. Oh, and then that would still exert it. Big brain. Because we have one of her in the discard, right? Yup. Check it out. We play Perdita. We get to put a Cinderella to the battlefield. When she's played to the battlefield, we get to exert a chosen character, and then we get to attack the exerted character. It doesn't take it out, but it does some damage. That's a pretty sick wombo combo, dude. I'm liking this deck. They play a Magic Brooms. It's reduced cost for 1. It goes to 4, and then they rush our grandma, our fairy grandma. They ink another Mickey Mouse. It's cool to have that. Do they have a shift Mickey Mouse? There's the Brooms Trumpeter. They move Broom characters to the Sorcerer's Tower for free. And then they go top deck in. We get another Perdita on board. And she gets to bring a Pascal. So it's evasive, so they can't take it out. They could take it out with this. We need to quest here with this, yeah? Yeah, that's its value, is questing and then getting another character on board. Box followers. We can take out this Broom so it doesn't quest for 3 next turn. It's a fair trade. I think they get to put it back in their hand. Is that Mickey's ability? Yeah, the Broom goes back to their hand when it's banished. And that has Rush 4, so they could take out Perdita next turn. That's okay with us, because what can you do? They have the Yen Sid card. While you have 2 or more Brooms, this character gets 2 lore. When you play this character, if you have a character named Magic Broom in play, you draw a card. So they got that card draw off of Yen Sid. Not gonna lie, we're kind of scared, but we have the championship deck here. There's Bruno, Madrigal into the Inkwell, and there is Magic Broom. The Bruno was weird that they didn't play it because they have the top decking crazy strategy here with the Ursula's Cauldron and then that. How many can we quest for? 4? Ooh. We got to do some damage to him. So a Fox would be pretty cool. Or this Grandmother would be cool. I don't think they're going to quest this because we could take it out. They move them Brooms. When we get Mufasa, there he is. We quest. We get a character back. It's Pascal. I guess we should have done Tyrannobox Box followers and then it would be like infinite draw. This is a tough one. I think we have a turn to play around and have other answers. Should we draw or should we take out? This is a tough one. Maybe we should draw. We take out their bro. It goes back to their hand, but that's okay with us. So we know that they have Big Broom, the 4 cost, and we know that they have Magic Broom, which doesn't get Rush. Grab your swords, does 2 damage to everything, effectively wiping everything except for our 2 legendary cards. They decided to take out our Perdita. R.I.P. Perdita. And play a Magic Broom. And I'm not going to lie, it's looking pretty bad for us. I think this Broom deck is doing the schwork. It kind of W-risen us. We get Fairy Godmother. You already know we play her. Do we take out Yen Sid? You already know we take out Yen Sid. We should probably take out this thing. Because that's question for 3. That's also question for 3. Goodbye, Yen Sid. Not the best. Especially because they can take it out with this and return it back to their hand and still play it. Does that make sense? So, like, when we enter play, it's enter play exerted, and then they're able to use this to attack. So it would knock it out, but it would also knock this out. But then because the Mickey is here, it goes back to their hand. This Broom deck is doing work, dude. There's the Bruno Madrigal. It's ready to do the Wombo combo with the top decks. The prophecy has been foretold. It goes back to their hand with Mickey Mouse's ability. We get Perdita, which is okay with us. Because she gets Cinderella, which we needed. To exert chosen character. There's going to be Mickey. And we'll take out their Mickey. And pass. Maybe we should have done their Yensid because the Yensid quits for 3 and we know that they're just going to keep Mickey Mouse on board. And that means that they can't return it back to hand. We'll see. They're going to be able to gain 3 lore with this Bruno, this evasive Bruno that we don't have an answer for except for the Peter Pan, which we haven't seen this game yet. You guys know what I'm talking about? This Peter Pan Wild only does 2, but it has Rush. Ooh, not the best. They take out our grandma to lunch. We get the Mufasa, but it is over. Ladies and germs, they quest for 6. They can get 7, 8 with that. We can't take them out. We can't take this out. We can't take nobody out. We have not enough firepower for anybody. We can only do 2 damage, and this is the only character that we can attack. So we're going to quest it out. Put a Chernobog onto the battlefield. Quest it out once more. And then hit them with the well played. We're going to go again. Right after they quest it out. Do they hit us with that? Thanks, McMike. They're doing their Wombo combo. They quest for 3. Quest for 2. And quest with Pink. Tink. 2 Perditas is not what we want in our opening hand. However, Chernobog's followers. It's looking pretty good. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to keep a Snake to ink. And I think we might play both Pascals because they are Ruby Amethyst. And what if they just play Rafiki? Then we beat W Risen. They get to go first. We are on the draw. Because we draw a card. That's a crazy name to name your kid. Right, this guy's name is 629-295-128938. What kind of parent would name their kid that?
A cool parent.
We're going to eat Madam and Snake and plan to cheer Bog's followers because they didn't put out a Rafiki, so it's safe.
Why are you bullying their name?
Who would name a kid that?
Why not? I don't see what the problem is.
It's just numbers. And an integer. Is that an integer? What's an A? Variable?
An A is a letter.
No, in math. when they put the letters in math?
Sure, a variable.
Is that Flynn Rider? We gotta have more characters on board, so we're not gonna banish this. Just kidding, we are. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. We're gonna ink Snake again because we're crazy. And play our little piggy. We quest for 1. And we're not gonna draw. We're just gonna pass. They ink and play the Zisu. Very cool. It has 7 strength, so we gotta empty our hand if you know what I'm talking about. I think we'll ink Snake here. And then we'll empty our hand. We'll have a tiny, tiny hand here. Quest Chernobog. We're not going to draw a card, and then we're going to quest for 3 Z's, go to 5, and pass. Ink the Chernobogs. They're at 4/4. They took out our Piglet, R.I.P. Piglet, and they did it with this dragon. Here's our Merlin Crab to take out this dragon. We don't need to, though. Just one of these Chernobogs can take it out. Quest. Bounce. Ink it. Quest. And we're not going to draw. We like getting the lore off of it. There goes the rabbit into Chernobog's followers, and that's okay with us. We didn't need it. There's Madame Mim Fox to bounce their rabbit to draw a card. Friends on the other side goes into the inkwell. And there is Magic Carpet, which is a weird move. I guess it's evasive, so that's cool. But other than that, I don't get it. We need to have more characters on board than them. We'll play that. We'll play Snake. Right? It's just the same amount. At the start of your turn, if you have a character in play with more strength than each opposing character, gain 3 lore. Oh. I thought it was if you had more characters on board. Interesting. So I think we're going to leave this untapped. So we have the strong character on board. I think that's how that works. Right? They go on and take out our Pascal, but it's a trade because the Magic Carpet only has 1 strength, 2. They sing friends on the other side with their silly little fox, which gives them a whole bunch of cards in their hand, and then they play a Merlin Fox rabbit. The fox is chasing the rabbit, if you didn't know. And draw a card. They ink Brawl, which is good news because we didn't want them to use Brawl on us. And then they play a Flynn Rider. Chernobog is the answer to those guys. Do we take out their fox here? And we just quest it. Pass. Both of those don't pass the check because we have this 4 cost card here. If they take this out, then we can play Chernobog for free next turn. Not free, for 5 ink. But same, but different. They quest the rabbit, and then we expect to see a bounce for the rabbit coming into play. They take out our crab. When it leaves battle, we're going to give someone more attack, which is going to be us. We're not giving them more attack. Who are you kidding? Especially if they had Pinocchio. That'd be a mistake. And what do we say about mistakes here on Ready Setting? Oh no, they take out our fox. And here's Chernabog. Bum, 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 bum. And then their Flynn Riders will not proc. They could Tremaine it, and they could... That's about the only card. Tremaine and Dragonfire and Maleficent, which is cost 9. All those would do it. Also, the new Be King Undisputed song card will take it out. So we'll see what they got. The Madam M Fox bounces their rabbit to draw a card. Wow, wow, wow. They ink the Chernabog's followers. And play... Oh, rabbit! Wow! This game's gone long enough. They're questing it out now. Darn, we still didn't get an inkable card. Here's the rabbit to draw us a card. Hopefully it's an inkable. It's Fairy Godmother. Do we need it whenever this character quests? Game Challenger 3. I don't think we need it. I think we need the ink. And we're not going to quest it out because we don't want to make them game 3 lore. Next turn. Right? Yeah. Sounds good. They play the Queen's Castle, which might be the nail in the coffin, but Chernabog can swing at it and make it so it doesn't work. They quest for 2 with their Lady Tremaine, 1 with their rabbit. They still have 3 ink to use. They move the fox to location. Move the Flynns to location. And we get a piglet. We're going to play a Perdita. Which we didn't have a card in the discard. Wow, that was a mistake. I definitely should have gone rabbit into this. No, because that's a 4. If we quest for 4, 3, 4, then we get 5, 6. Oh, they have game on board. Flynn has to take this out. The rabbit's got to go there to draw us a card. It's Cinderella. If we ink Piglet, then we can play Cinderella, but we're not going to. So that math wouldn't work out. I think we're pretty cooked. Do you think we're cooked? They have Brawl, which banishes our Perdita, and we are definitely cooked now. They put 4 damage onto the Chernabog with their scary looking fox. More damage onto it. With the rabbit, they get to draw a card with that. We still have 3 health left. It's the Illumineers. And there it is. Chernabog is gone. And there's a magic flying carpet. Have any 1 cost in here? We don't, so we don't need to play Perdita. We can play this, and we can play this. And we don't need that because there's no 1 cost in the discard. And then they don't get to trigger that because Fairy Godmother has 3 and none of these guys have 3 strength. Oh, except for all of these because Illumineer gives them all +1. That's crazy. That's the Wombo combo for sure. Does 2 Illumineer give you +2? Brawl takes out her piggy. I'll be honest, it's not looking good. The Inca Flynn Rider. Play a Maui Rush. And quest the Evasive Carpet. There's Perdita, and we play her. We can return Piglet to the battlefield, and we can play this guy. And we can quest for 2, giving all of our characters +3 challenge. And we quest for 8 lore next turn with this on board, which isn't going to happen. They're going to take this out with Maui because the challenge exists with Maui, unless they sing with Maui. But that'd be a mistake on their part. Oh, that has more, so then they win. That was really cool. So their Maui had more strength than any of my characters, so then both of the Flynn Riders got 3 lore each. And that's it. The World Champion deck didn't do it for me, but maybe it does it for you. So there's a link in the description. Please smash the like button and press subscribe. Thanks, guys.